warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is so nice to be with leaders from the business community and leaders from civil society, sports organizations that we've been working with closely since I became the Deputy Minister of Social Development 7 months ago and even before. So we have been working together, but we need to do much more going forward. I have shared with you that I think one of the reasons that the President phoned me to offer me the position of Deputy Minister of Social Development is that he wanted to get all of you on board. He is aware of the fact that the Muslim community is a very charitable community, and he's aware of the fact that it is the Muslim community that will help South Africa achieve one of the goals of the National Development Plan, and that is to eradicate food poverty by the year 2030. Because it is in our nature to give zakah, it's in our nature to be charitable. We do it all the time, no one has to ask us. So we are the vanguard for the country to achieve food eradication of food poverty by 2030. So to put it into figures, it means 2030, no one in South Africa will have less than 1,000 rand in their pocket every month. So obviously, if you work, and many of us have jobs, you have businesses, you'll have more than 1,000 rand in your pocket. But many people are unemployed. The National Development Plan, which was, I think they're busy with it for 15 years now, said that in 2030, unemployment will be at 6%. We're now at 35%. We're not going to achieve that. It also said that the Gini coefficient, I don't know what that is, will be 0.6. We're nowhere near that. So many of the plans that we've been working on for 15 years with the best thought leaders in the country to develop a national development plan to match the sustainable development goals of the United Nations, we're not going to achieve it. What I want to share with you, and that's why this is a pre-SONA event. So I've been allocated by the presidency to participate in a number of pre-SONA events. But this pre-SONA event is part of my responsibility as one of the 10 political parties of the Government of National Unity, where we were asked as a political party also to do something in the build-up to the SONA. And I thought there is no better way than to have the event with you, because we've been working together for quite a few months, and we are looking to a long-term relationship going forward. So I think that I would like to share with you the outcome of the Cabinet Lofotla which we had 2 days ago. And for me, the takeaway was that as one of the 10 leaders of the Government of National Unity, it is my responsibility, not as a Deputy Minister, but as a President of our Jama-ah, to create private-public partnerships. if we are not going to create more and stronger private-public partnerships, we are not going to achieve the objective of the 5-year master plan which we've been developing over the last 7 months, which the President will now use in his Sona address. So this is the first time in the 30 years of a democracy that a State of the Nation address will not be the policies of the African National Congress. It will be a process involving 10 political parties that has worked very intensively on developing what the President is going to tell us on Thursday at 7 o'clock. If Zuma doesn't stop the proceedings, like Malema tried to do in one of the other State of the Nation addresses. But let's assume everything will go well in the City Hall. And I thought, let me share with you how the country is going to be run the next 5 years. Let me share with you how the government of national unity is working and will continue to work. And I don't have much time, so I'll have to cut to the chase to say that if you want to amend any legislation, if Jama-ah, as one of the 10 political parties, if we want to introduce any innovation in government, if we want to change any policies, if we want to decide on international relations, if we want to decide on practically anything that the government does, the first step is to present a cabinet memo. The Democratic Alliance does not know how to draw up a cabinet memo. That's why we've heard all this nonsense the last few days, where they spoke about the NHI and now recently the Land Expropriation Act. They tried to use their position as one of the 10 members of the government of national unity to a cabinet cluster. So if it's a matter to do with expropriation of land, it will go to a cabinet cluster consisting of the Minister of Land and Rural Development. It will go to the Minister of Culture because they are very much involved in municipalities. It will include the Minister of Justice and obviously the Department of Social Development and maybe 1 or 2 other departments. So they will meet as a cabinet cluster and they will discuss the memo and there will be a robust debate about it. And there will be, what we know very well, there will be shura about conducting your affairs through mutual consultation. So that's what happens in the cabinet cluster, and eventually you reach consensus. And there may be a minority report which then goes to cabinet, and cabinet has the same debate, and the director generals and the thought leaders of a country, they don't form part of the final decision. So once cabinet has made a decision, then the cabinet will then take it to parliament, and parliament has a final say. So that's how the government of national unity works. So what we've done, we prepared a mid-term development plan for the next 5 years, which I call a master plan. And that plan has got so much detail. It's like line items of a budget which you do in your business every day. And so the President will share that with the nation tomorrow. After that, he will sit down with the ministers and do a performance agreement to achieve it. So that is how the country is going to be run for the next 5 years. I earlier referred to the public participation partnerships, and that's why sporting organizations, NGOs sitting here, leaders of civil society, business people, they need to identify in the mid-term development plan how they can assist government with